think a lot of the heads of the SEC, prior and current, were seed investors in Ethereum. That they participated in the ICO of Ethereum. Therefore, they have a vested interest in seeing Ethereum succeed as the main blockchain. And the thing that you had kind of seen right now is what is one of the biggest holders of Ethereum across the entire world? A company called Consensus. Consensus owns MetaMask. Okay, so they're super centralized. And now we're in a scenario where we're no longer proof of work, but we're proof of stake, which means what? Whoever owns the most Ethereum and stakes the most Ethereum owns the most nodes, therefore has the most voting power. And who owns that? Consensus, the guys that created, co-created Ethereum. So it's a very centralized network. And who owns and co-invested in Consensus? JP Morgan or Chase Bank or a bunch of banks, I don't know, HSBC, I don't remember exactly which ones. So you're in a scenario right now where, dude, like banks are still, they got their hand in the game, they're playing their game. So I think it's a dirty play. That's my opinion, but I think XRP wins the lawsuit. The problem is in 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, it just wasn't a good investment. It's not whether they have the potential to do or not do something, but if you had your money on anything else, Dogecoin, you would have made more money, right? So you got to play the game at its current moment. You can't be religious about things. You got to be able to bounce around where the liquidity is. You got to be able to move where the money is, and just the money wasn't flowing into XRP because it just wasn't a good investment at the time.
Some kind of now, let's say easy, because I know XRP is underpriced. Everything, look, it just ran more than every single high cap in this bull run in in 2 hours. You know, we did what in 2 hours, yes, or let's say in 4 hours we pumped 21%. Where do you see this? It's just that it's suppressed since years, and nothing is suppressed if it's bad. You know, things get suppressed because someone wants to buy more, wants to control more, wants to wait, wants to bring the right key people in, wants to try the technology before he risks his whole messaging system. So all these things took more time than we all expected. And for me right now, if you now give up on XRP, now it's the most dangerous time to bet against it. This is the bull run. You should not bet against it. Last bull run was different. This bull run, with the clarity, with exchanges rescooping in the US and stuff, beautiful things can happen, guys. When the people the least talk about it. XRP since 1 month has so much trash on its back from people on Twitter, on everywhere. And still, it's there. It does not care. FUD, it does not care about FUD, it does not care about the SEC, it does not care about nothing, you know. So this is what tells me it's very strong. Look, if you want something to be stable, it works. So we could send this, let's say, 10 times higher and be stable, send it 100 times higher and be stable. So the proof is there, it's stable, and you can send a lot of money through it without making it push too high or go, because they use the right things in their chain for it to work, you know. But if you imagine tomorrow a lot being settled on the ledger, you need a high price. That's just the math behind it. You cannot transact or make cross-border payments for billions and trillions of dollars and stay at 50 cents. It just makes no sense. Mathematically, it makes no sense. Without FOMO, without nothing, without predictions, without people thinking it's going to do this or that, or like the pre-ETF pump, people were speculating on the ETF being approved. But what you maybe don't know is that the ETF was first filed in 2015, 2014 by the Winklevoss brothers. And it got approved in 2024, guys. Don't forget this. good things take time, and losers have no patience. Okay? Do you really think these banks and institutions give a fucking damn about a shitcoin? They don't care, you know? They really don't care. And if you want to survive in the long term, you need something great, with substance, with product market fit, with partners. We have 300-400 banks that will, when the time suits right, let's say how they say it, flip the switch, because they have already the platforms, the software of the RippleNet integrated in their software, and whenever they want, whenever there's clarity, they just can go. They just push the button, and slowly it starts to take liquidity and transfers from ledger through the ledger, you know. And maybe we waited a little bit as we thought, but when it happens quick. Like, look, we will break, most likely break this 2000 whatever. I will check. Yeah, it's in the weekly, so it can be 7 days off. Let's say 2265 days we were staying under this trend line. And if you look from last bear market bottom here at 11 cents to just going back to the trend line was a 13x. To just go to the trend line, to just go from a bearish to a bullish market, in that sense, from high to high. But now we are what, 10%, 11% we are away from this 5-6 year trend line. What do you think is gonna happen when that breaks?